Okay, here I am with the Brewberry milk frother. There's the lid. This is the frothing blade, attachment, whatever. I have seen things like this before where it's been a magnetic connection, which you can hear how high-pitched that plastic is. It shows that it's pretty stiff, which to me equates to brittle. And I'm not sure how long that will last in there. This actually comes, it's a wireless with a nice little port or holder that, as you can see, has all these little holes in it. So as long as one of those holes is over this, it can turn on and off. Okay. Inside, that's where you're supposed to put the blade or attachment or whatever. This is just the milk warming blade, and that's what I'm going to use at first. Maybe. There we go. It is non-stick on the inside. I did do a quick rinse out of it, and we do have hard water, so you may see a little bit of staining. If you look very closely down here, you can see that's the max fill line for the blade attachment. You've got the other attachment down here, the minimum and the maximum fill lines. I know it's not the easiest to see. Oh, there we go. But that tells you how much to put in there, so it doesn't overflow. I've got lactose-free, or as I like to call it, milk-free milk to pour in there. It's very cold right out of the fridge. I'm pouring it up to the max line for the non-frothing blade. And just for fun, I do want to pour it in here and to kind of make sure that I know how much is actually going in there. This is a little 8-ounce cup, so the max is about 8 ounces. Okay, put it on its base, put the milk back in there, and I'm actually going to be making some hot chocolate with it. Yay. Put the lid on. If you see, there is this nice silicone thing to it, so it goes on securely. Okay, now I have to admit, I haven't quite read through all the instructions. I'm assuming that's steam, but or it could be that's cold and that's hot. So if you want to do, I have seen some of these milk frothers do a cold froth. However, I do want to steam the milk, so I'm going to press that. Okay, listen really carefully, you can hear it. I'm going to move my camera so you can kind of see what's going on down in here. It is being turned. And I'm just going to let it go until the light goes off. Actually, I'm going to end up using the magic of video and pause this while it goes. Okay. Sorry, the beepy beep has nothing to do with it. I actually got a little thermometer out here. A little probe thermometer that shows it's at 65 degrees in my house. It just happened to be that this was also blinking when I turned the recording back on. So we got this milk up to, wish I had remembered to do that beforehand, to give you kind of a compare and contrast. But if you look, it's getting to be pretty nice and warm. Looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit on the temperature uptake. So I know it's at least 145 degrees. You can see there is a little bit of foam there. I would assume that's just the proteins that foamed up due to the steaming and the heating of the milk. But you can see There's a little bit of foam on top. Pour the nice warm milk in there. And it did increase the volume just a little bit because of the aeration. Got a nice little sweet flavor to it. And I'm going to add some hot chocolate mix to this. It's even got peppermint in it. So, filling the milk for the heating and the steaming part all the way up to the fill line gives you a nice single serve 8-ounce cup for something like hot chocolate. Oh, it's perfect temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. Of course, the milk isn't scalded, which is even more of a bonus. And then I wanted to show you guys what it looks like when I change out the blade and do the actual frothing. So that's the blade that I just used. Throw it up there. Take the blade off of here and place it inside. And then make sure I don't put too much milk in. Put it at the low part of the minimum line. Place this back in here for ease of well, for not losing it, basically. Put the lid back on and turn it on. We'll see what happens now. It's kind of hard to tell because, oh wow, can you see that it's actually increasing in volume? Let's see what happens when it's done. The volume's definitely increased. And it should be done here pretty soon. Oh, there we go. See that guy's flashing. Take the lid off. And then look at that. That nice foam for your cappuccinos. Hey, it goes upside down, doesn't come off. Or if you want a hot chocolatino, no idea what the actual word for that would be, but it does come out quite nicely. A lot of foam there. And if you remember, I did this to the minimum line, which I showed you earlier, and the original amount that I made with my hot chocolate, I did to the maximum line of the milk steamer, not the milk frother. So this plus what's left over is just from the minimum. Altogether, I like it. It's simple to use, and it's quiet. It looks great sitting next to my silver electric kettle on the counter. And it seems pretty simple.